It started.
Hi everyone. I and my group members are going to present from this present slide and the documentation. So it proves an organization takes workplace safety seriously by maintaining records of hazard assessments, training, and incident. It helps reduce liability and serve as evidence of compliance in legal matters. And second one is allow third party audit. So its proper documentation ensures transparency and compliance during external audits. It helps organization meet certification standards like ISO 45001 and improve workplace safety. That's a requires safety documentation by law. Records such as HACCP plans and food safety or violence prevents policies in healthcare ensure complaints and prevent penalties. So the verifying and validation process in food safety ensure products meet hygiene and safety standards. And visual checks of dirt involve inspection surfaces for visible contaminants. Environmental swab collect sample from various surfaces, include food and non-food contact areas to detect microbial contaminants. Food contact surfaces such as equipment or utensils are tested to ensure they are free of harmful pathogens. And non-food contact surfaces are checked but with a lower risk of contaminants. And also microbial testing is done on finished products to confirm they are safe for consumption. And also allergen testing ensures that products are free from undeclared allergens to prevent potential allergic reaction. So this place the pixels in the right order. So first is the pre-cleaning, removing large debris or food particles. The image where workers are scraping or picking up solid waste. And the second step is washing, the scrubbing serves with detergent. The image where a worker is scraping the machine. And the third is the rinsing. So using water to rinse off detergents, the image where the worker is using hose. And the tip is sanitizer image, rinse off excess sanitizer. So the another cause final even air dry or wiping it clean. Final image where the machine is clean and ready. Next slide is going to present by Urmi.
Thank you, Maggie, for the explanation. Oh, now I'll start explaining the next slide. Okay, so good manufacturing practices. It stands for the short form of good manufacturing practices is GMP. So basically, the role of GMP is not just limited to food industry, but it is mainly focused on food industry, other industries such as beverages, cosmetic products, pharmaceuticals, or in general, the industries that require a good quality of manufacturing comes under this criteria. So for food industry, GMP helps to maintain the food safety and quality while increasing the productivity, because if the quality of a product is not good and if it's cheaper, then nobody is going to buy it. So quality is one of the important criteria that every food and beverage companies, manufacturing companies require, and GMP is like it's like one of the reasons why they can maintain it easily. So the five components that GMP targets are people, premises, product material, procedures, and process. So now, of course, first people. People is the main target because the workers working in the manufacturing unit, if they do not understand the procedure, if they are not hygienic themselves, then this whole thing is not going to be a good, and it is going to be contaminated. Premises, if the location of the place, if the cleanliness is hindered, then again there are chances of contamination. Products, materials, if the premises is very clean, the workers are very careful, but if the quality of the product which is used to make that thing is not good, then at the same time it doesn't make sense. Procedures, if everything is good, but if we are not following a standard procedure, then it is not good. It might hinder the quality as well. And process, everything amalgamated, the process is the main thing to maintain the quality. The principles of GMP are first and foremost proper maintenance, layout, and operation of food processing facilities, proper maintenance of equipment and utensils. So if you cannot maintain the cleanliness of the equipments that are used, utensils that are used, not only in food industry, as I discussed earlier, in pharmaceuticals, if you're preparing some sort of medicine and if the utensils in which you are mixing the chemicals is not clean, then the medicine is not going to be good enough. At the same time, if you are making chips, if the oil is good, but if the container that contains the oil is not good, then it doesn't, it just the same thing. Sanitation processes and controls necessary to ensure food is suitable for human consumption, which includes, okay, so it just does not mean that the contaminants are physical or chemical. Sometimes they are microbial as well. If the reactions are happening, if the container has some sort of rust on it, and if you add some sort of uh, oil which reacts with the rust, and some microbial contaminants can form, which you wouldn't know of because you didn't know that the vessel is rusted. So that is one of the important and one of the very negligent part which GMP focuses. Monitoring of critical control points like humidity, pH, flow rate, time, and temperature. Now, these points might seem a little icky that it doesn't matter a lot, but it does matter a lot when it comes to chemical reactions, because a reaction that happens in a cold place, if the same reaction takes place in the hot place, the results might be different. Same with the pH. If pH goes a little up, it goes basic. If a little down, acidic. So you need to maintain the proper pH that is in the standard, which is important. Protection against natural defects, including a pest control program. This is one of a very good example that pest control program is necessary for areas where there is pest. If you need to, it is one of the important things, because if you need to make the space clean, you need to do this. But at the same time, if you are not careful enough, and if it comes in contact with the product that is manufacturing, then it can become very bad for the product. It can make it poisonous. So this is a very, very good example that something that is necessary for cleanliness might be a problem for quality. So this is something about that. And avoidance of foreign materials such as glass, metal, and plastic in finished products. All in all, this was about GMP. Now further slides will be explained by Jainika.
Thank you, Urmi. Now we understand the principles of GMP. So today I will cover the principles and how they contribute to maintaining high quality production processes. So basically the first one is right detail and step by step procedures. So the foundation of GMP is having standard operating procedures written in detail. This ensure consistency in performance and allow workplace standard to be followed accurately every time. So move forward to second one, the follow established procedures. So this prevents employees from taking shortcuts or making modifications that could compromise product quality. So by strictly adhering to procedures, we ensure high quality output. Third one, document everything. Like proper documentation is essential for regulatory compliance and for tracking issues. So it can help in tracing problems and implementing corrective actions. So plus documentation is also required for audit to verify compliance. Fourth one, next please. Yeah. So the fourth one is to validate the SOPs and specifications. So simply having procedures is not enough. So they need to be tested and validated regularly. This can ensure that SOPs are effective and consistently produce high quality results. Moving forward next to integrate quality and safety into equipment and facilities. So in this, basically quality and safety must be built into the design of manufacturing if equipment and facilities. This ensures efficiency and compliance at every step of production process. The sixth one, maintain equipment and facilities. So as we know, regular maintenance of equipment is very crucial to avoid breakdowns and defects. So keeping maintenance records helps reduce safety concerns and improve quality control. Next slide, please. And the final four principles are here. The seventh one, establish, develop, demonstrate job competence. Employees must be properly trained and competent in the roles. Like for example, GMP requires all team members to demonstrate their skills to ensure compliance. The next one is ensure cleanliness. As we understand how it is important for all of us for sanitizing and all, so preventing contamination is a key aspect of GMP. So routine sanitization practices must be followed to maintain hygienic production environments. The next one is build quality into the product. So quality is necessary for the all. So quality must be controlled at every stage from raw materials to the packaging. So clearly defined process controls and proper recording keeping ensure product consistency. And the final one, conduct audits. So audits helps uncover inefficiencies and areas for improvement, and regular audits ensure the continuous compliance with GMP and regulatory standards. So for the conclusion, we can understand these were the 10 principles of GMP. Now we can understand this from the further.
Thank you everyone for explaining regarding the GMP. So with this examples of good manufacturing practices, we can learn more. So the GMP provides a hygiene program. So it helps in identifying and eliminating potential sources of contamination, and then it provides it regulates a thorough maintenance for equipment and facilities. I think even includes preventative activities, and then it provides detailed job descriptions that clearly defines the employees' roles and employers' roles and then supervisors' roles, and then it is a system for investigating and addressing complaints, and then it also provides a resolution. So this GMP also covers a clear documentation strategy which provides a best practices. So some of these are: documents should not be handwritten. They need to be documented in soft copy, but they should not be written in a handwritten, because with a handwritten one, the handwriting may differ, and so there will be the problem. And then the documents must be routinely reviewed and updated, and they must be approved and signed by the appropriate party. And then if there are any modifications or corrections or any updations to the documents, then they must be signed and dated by the appropriate party. And so whenever possible, the accurate appropriate photographs must also accompany documents indicating an observed issue. And then it also covers the inspections that are performed routinely to monitor the good manufacturing practice effectiveness. And it also conducts further audit checklist that can outline GMP guidelines. And the next slide, please. So when it comes to summary, here we have learned the first one are what are some of the safety hazards associated with food manufacturing. In the first place, what is food safety? The food safety is preventing or reducing contamination of foods by people or by their actions or inactions. So GMP provides food safety guidelines. And what are the safety hazards that we have covered is they can be biological hazards, chemical hazards, and then physical hazards, and then equipment hazards, and then there are many hazards. And then in the manufacturing industry, where would these situations occur? Like while handling the materials and with the defective equipment, or with a human hazard, and then with chemical allergenic reactions between the ingredients. And there are many other cases where we can see the contamination. These GMP provides the guidelines to prevent that situations. And in Canada and Ontario, what regulatory bodies are responsible for food safety? And there is the Canadian Association and CSIF, and then Public Health Ontario and FDI, and these are some of the regulatory bodies that covers the food safety. And thank you.